What if I told you we have a story, but it's in a million pieces? Today, we're not just telling a story, we're becoming detectives. We're going to go on this kind of archaeological dig, but instead of ancient ruins, our site is a text that's been completely shattered. The big question is, can we piece it back together?
And that's the big challenge, right? How do you tell a story that's already broken? I mean, where do you even start when all you have is this jumble of words and phrases? Well, let's dive in and take a look at the evidence, our raw material. Okay, so every good investigation has to start with the evidence. Let's get our hands dirty and look at the actual fragmented text we're dealing with. This is the heart of our whole puzzle.
At first glance, this is just chaos, right? You've got words like spoon, midnight, headphone, all mixed in with a bunch of names. It feels totally random. But this is our archaeological site. Our job is to dig through all this noise and find the first clues. So let's grab our tools. It's time to dig a little deeper. We're shifting from just staring at the chaos to actively hunting for patterns. We got to sift through all this noise and see if we can find the first real signals of an actual story.
All right, first things first, in any reconstruction, you have to establish the scene, the where and the when. And if you look closely, hidden in all those fragments, there's one specific word that pops up more than once. It's kind of like a basic frequency analysis, just looking for repetition. And believe it or not, this gives us our first huge clue about the setting.
And boom, there it is. Our first real artifact, Ardharvatri. It's a crystal clear word for midnight. Now, this isn't just some random detail. Think about it. It's a super powerful choice for atmosphere. It immediately paints a picture that's dark, maybe a little quiet, maybe even mysterious.
And get this, it wasn't a fluke. We find it again. Madhyaratri, which is another way to say midnight. Now, when the same exact idea shows up twice in a text that's this broken, that's no coincidence. That is an anchor point. So we can be pretty confident now. Whatever the story is, it's happening in the middle of the night.
Okay, so we've got our setting, it's midnight. The next logical question is, who's there? Who is in this scene? So let's go back to the text and sift through it again, this time looking for names, the potential voices in our story.
And here we go. We've pulled them out of the fragments. We have our potential cast of characters, Mangama, Deepa, Aditya, and then there are mentions of a papa and a teacher. See? These aren't just random sounds anymore. They're starting to feel like real people in a real story.
But here's the catch. We have a list of names, but we have absolutely no connections between them. We see Mangama's name and we see Aditya's name linked to a chitra or a picture at midnight. But what's their relationship? Are they family, friends, strangers? All those lines connecting the dots, they're just missing.
All right, we've got a setting and we've got characters. But every good story has a heart, right? An emotional core, a theme, a conflict, something. So our next job is to hunt for words that might give us a hint about what this story is really about.
And you're not going to believe this. In this entire messy chunk of text, there is one single word that points us toward a possible answer. Just one.
And that word is kashta. It means hardship, trouble, difficulty. This is a huge breakthrough moment. You know, even one mention of a word with that much weight can be the entire emotional center of a story. All of a sudden, our midnight tale isn't just dark and mysterious. It might be about a real struggle.
Okay, let's step back for a second. Let's get out of the weeds at the dig site and lay out all the artifacts we've managed to find. What kind of picture starts to form when we put all these pieces together?
Think about where we started, just total chaos. But now, look at this, a real structure is starting to emerge. We have a clear setting, midnight. We have a cast of characters. We have a powerful theme, hardship. And we even have hints of other locations, like a school and a hospital. It's not the whole story, but it's the outline of one for sure.
So, we've managed to assemble the fragments. But the full story? Well, that's still unwritten. I mean, could this be a story about a family dealing with a middle-of-the-night medical emergency? Or maybe it's about a student pulling an all-nighter, struggling with a project. We've shown how you can find the pieces, but that final step, connecting all the dots, that's always an act of interpretation. So I'm going to turn it over to you. Looking at these pieces, what story do you see?